Good morning, pregame crew. How are ya? I hope you're doing well. Let's make sure everything works. Good morning, Lisa. How are ya? Hey, Shake and Bake. Hey, Hunter. I sure can. Rachel, Kaya, Sis County, Cocos. I don't know if I did your name any justice. It looks like a beautiful name. Toronto, golden fall colors. I've never been to Canada. Where do I need to go in Canada? I want to go to Lake Louise in Banff, I think is how you say it. Hey, Success. Yeah, TLT looks great. Hey, Magda. Hey, Tess. Let me go back up. Silver. Sure, Lisa. I hope you're doing well. Hope your family's doing good. Thank you for your kind message. This is what I drew this morning when I responded to your question, looking at the weekly last low from July to the high of October 13th week. And we're right at the 0.382 retrace. So 4308 and then 4118. So on the weekly, we are looking for a higher low. If we make it down to $41, we're increasing the chances of an equilibrium, and then we could roll over from there. So if we get down to $41, it increases the chances that the temporary top is in. Gern, hope you're well, Shake. So just a note on the squeeze, if you look at lower priced instruments, they're going to have a lot more squeezes. So lower priced instruments, they tend to stay within those ATR and Keltner channels. So just a note on the squeeze. It does have a potential 4-hour inverse head and shoulders here. Clear double top at 131. On the daily, the 12 EMA has been strong resistance. On the weekly 12 EMA has been strong resistance. This has been in a downtrend all year. Hi, Rachel. Yeah, TLT looks good. TLT on the monthly has a squeeze. On the weekly, it has a squeeze that we fired long. We're approaching the weekly 200 MA. We got over the key 9202. We're opening up just under yesterday's high. We have plenty of room for a daily and a 4-hour higher low. The 4-hour 12 EMA is your guide. Whatever 4-hour short-term EMA you use, the 4, the 5, the 8, the 12, whatever it is, it's a good guide for bulls to say, okay, as long as it's below price, bulls are in control. Hourly 12 EMA looks good, just a strong chart. I would like a pullback. If I were going to buy February calls, I would want to pull back. MSTR has been weak. Bitcoin can't get out of its own way. MSTR has been weaker than Bitcoin. Daily 12 EMA is your guide. We have a double top at 306, 306.18. And we're opening up closer to yesterday's low than high. Not looking good. Hey, Lewis, you're a newbie? Well, welcome. I'm glad you're here. And just a word of caution as a newer trader, paper trade, paper trade, paper trade. Do not donate to professional traders with fresh blood and liquidity. Here, further your education on technical analysis. Take advantage of free resources. We have a ton of free resources on our website, chartguys.com. I'm assuming everything is great with my sound and the video. I'll officially get started in 3 minutes. I'm going to take a couple more chart requests. Hey, Juan. Honey, that is my grandma name. I am Honey. That's what my grandson will call me. I have a grandchild, and he is cute. And no, I'm not partial or biased. I'm glad you're doing well, Lisa. All right, GM. GM had earnings yesterday, breaking out. 64.98 was the prior all-time high. So on a pullback, bulls will want $65 to hold. So just keep that on your chart. Little cup and handle breaking bull. Bulls may need a rest day. Remember that we can consolidate in time and price or price. So potential 4-hour bull flag. So do bulls digest this in time and go sideways or in price? 63.33 keeps consolidation healthy. Great looking chart and move. Audio's great. Thank you. Thank you. Everything's peachy. We like it when it's peachy. Gap. Gap on the weekly. Bears are looking for a weekly lower high compared to 24.35. 4-hour got overbought. 22.42 could be a top fish level, looking for the weekly lower high. You have enough room for a daily higher low. You're over the daily 50 and 200 MA, and you have enough room for a 4-hour higher low. So overall, looks good on the daily uptrend. Just the weekly is not great. We're looking for that lower high. All right, let's get ready to start. I was just pulling up the Fed's CME watch tool for next Wednesday, October 29th, is the Fed meeting. And let me update this. It's a dynamic chart, constantly updating. There's a 96.7% chance that we will get a cut. A 96.7% chance, that's what's being priced in, is that a 1/4 point cut next Wednesday. So if you're buying options for October 31st, just know that you have a Fed meeting in between now and then. So October 29th, Fed meeting, interest rate decision will be delivered next Wednesday. And also a note, today is VIX expiration, the monthly expiration of VIX options. That can bring about volatility as VIX options get closed out, hedges get removed, and then new hedges are added. So we can have a little bit more volatile day than normal. All right, let's get started. Good morning. Welcome to the pregame show. It is Wednesday, October 22nd, 8:30 Eastern, 6:30 Mountain Time. I'm Chart Gal Lori. This is who I am. If you want to give me a follow on X at Chart Gal Lori, that would be lovely. What I do here on Wednesdays is I get you ready for the trading day. I do my best. And it's an efficient show, so I officially get started at 8:30. I go for 20 minutes. I start a little early to get my brain and mouth matched up, do an audio-visual check, and do some ticker requests. I start out with this market environment dossier table. This is just a table I created looking at the major components that I evaluate as to whether we are bullish or bearish. We're a little more bullish than bearish. XLE, F, and V are bullish. They're standing out down here. And I like to highlight things that aren't congruent with the rest of the market, or in this case, the rest of high beta is pretty red this morning. Microsoft is standing out strong. Now remember, Amazon stood out strong yesterday and it had a good day. So pre-market clues can sometimes give us great clues for the trading day, if not the trading morning. And Microsoft is definitely standing out bullish. Bitcoin is standing out bearish. Is this our canary is the question. So I just want to plug our webinar tomorrow at 5 p.m. Eastern, EMA Rider Strategy, Step-by-Step Guide with Charting Man Dan. He is the founder of Chart Guys, and he will be delivering a free webinar in 32 hours tomorrow. I'm going to put that link in chat. You can look at it after if you're not available tomorrow at 5 p.m. Eastern. You can look at it after. I will be there. If you have any questions for me in chat, I will be there. Oh, I'm in the wrong. Okay, so I put that in chat. All right. So looking at the economic calendar, the calendar has been a bust as of late with the government shutdown. We have had data that's been delayed. Right now we have oil inventory scheduled for 10:30 this morning, bond auction, and Fed speak tomorrow, jobless claims, existing home sales, but that could all be punted if the shutdown continues. All right. Let's get to the most important part, charts. Let's look at ES. So ES on the daily, this could be a daily bull flag. There's nothing wrong with this chart, nothing. We are just below all-time highs. Anything above 67.06 keeps the retracement healthy. We're looking for a daily higher low. 4-hour is holding the 12 EMA. And you could even say the 12-hour is a potential bull flag. I'm a little cautious this morning. I'm a little more bearish than bullish in my sentiment. Let's just call it sentiment or bias, that this is VIX expiration. It typically brings about some volatility. So I'm looking a little more bearish than probably normal because of this. And I just want to also point out on ES, now bull flags can sometimes look like head and shoulders on lower term time frames. And if we were to break bear and not get follow through, then that could be a faux, what I like to call a faux head and shoulders. So we do have a head and shoulders developing. The question is this a daily bull flag? Or are bears going to make a stronger stand today? The 4-hour 12 EMA is your bull guide. As long as bulls are holding this 4-hour 12 EMA, they're fine. NASDAQ, we broke one of these supports right here. However, we're holding the 4-hour 12 EMA, and this could be a daily bull flag. And I just want to remind you, like I remind myself daily, the market is designed to go up. If you find that my analysis is sometimes a little more bullish than bearish, just know that I know the market is designed to go up. SPY has the top 500 companies in the US, and they have to be profitable to be a part of SPY and to stay a part of SPY. When SPY has companies kicked out and they get replaced, that's because they lost profitability. It is literally designed to go up with 500 of the top performing public companies in the United States. So it's designed to go up. That doesn't mean we can't have bearish days, and today could be one of them. We have the Russell is in a daily EQ. This could also be a potential daily head and shoulders. The Russell is weaker than other indices. We're inside yesterday's range. We've lost the 4-hour 12 EMA. So the question is IWM and Bitcoin giving us a heads up that, hey, the market could be more bearish than normal today? The 4-hour 12 EMA is overhead on Bitcoin, and we lost support. Now, this could be, that was a terrible drawing, a broadening formation where you get higher highs. Let me try that again. Higher highs and lower lows without follow through. Basically some whippy action. And that's what we got happening with Bitcoin, but overall more bearish than bullish. Ethereum's in a 4-hour downtrend, and we're in a daily EQ on Ethereum. Can we get a daily higher low compared to 36.73 is the question. All right, the dollar is strong. However, we are looking for a daily lower high. So we have double weekly inside bars on the dollar. We're looking for a daily lower high. 4-hour is in an uptrend. Gold got whacked overnight. Totally whacked. So on the 4-hour, we did get a lower wick of bulls buying the dip when we got oversold last night. We're looking for a weekly higher low on gold. 4 hour got oversold and bulls didn't let it stay there. They bought the dip. We set a 4 hour lower high. Now can we get a 4 hour higher low compared to 4021 is the question. That's awesome, Coco. I love y'all's positive messages. So gold is weak. Gold could be finding, or it has found a temporary top, that's for sure. The question is, will this top hold, in the short term over the next couple weeks? Will this be the top of gold, or can gold get a reversal going on shorter term time frames? Oil is bouncing. It's negating the daily bear flag. However, we're running into the daily 12 EMA. 4 hour, we have an uptrend on oil. Nat gas has been strong. We got over 355 this morning, daily higher high. 4 hour 12 EMA is your bull guide on nat gas. Apple got a new all-time high yesterday. Plenty of room for a daily higher low. That is a bearish candle yesterday, and we're gapping down right now on Apple. We're holding the 4 hour 12 EMA. That is your bull guide on Apple. So small gap down setting up on Apple. 259.80 is your pre-market support. Amazon had a great day yesterday. We're pulling back. We are looking for a daily lower high on Amazon. But we do have room now for a daily higher low on a pullback. Amazon, great day yesterday, pulling back right now, pulling back a lot more than what bulls would have liked. We're $14 from the top yesterday. So now on a bounce, bears will be looking for a 4 hour lower high. Nvidia is green this morning. It had a tight range yesterday. We are stuck between the daily 12 EMA and the daily 50 EMA. We're playing bangarang in the middle with a squeeze. 4 hour 12 EMA overhead. Bears are in control as long as that's the case. Okay. Hey Jill, how are ya? Tesla has earnings after hours today. I love this Tesla chart. We have a potential weekly cup and handle. It looks great. Long term, it looks great. Earnings are a binary event. That just because it looks good on long-term time frames doesn't mean it will be bullish. We have earnings after hours. Earnings are a coin flip. Ask Netflix. Netflix is down 7%, had earnings after hours yesterday. We are breaking daily support and pre-market. Your next support, 1134. RSI means less when it's news related, and earnings is news related. Tesla earnings after hours, and then we get a lot more earnings next week. All right, looking at the Queen of the Mountain trades, Airbnb. Airbnb, we got over weekly resistance. We have the weekly 50 and 200 MA overhead. We have the daily 200 MA overhead, and we're looking for a monthly lower high. We're still below the monthly 12 EMA. I like Airbnb for a top fish, and we could be forming a little head and shoulders. I like it for a top fish against 129.50 with that daily 200 MA overhead. Boeing is tight. On the daily, we have a triple top. On the 4 hour, look at those inside bars, super tight with a squeeze. Look at the squeeze. And I like this play in either direction. So I like it for a bull break over 217.70 or a bear break below 215.55. The range is so tight that you can play the breaks. Sometimes ranges aren't, you'll have an inside bar and it's so broad or wide that you can't play it safely. And not that trading is safe in general, but I like this range to play in either direction. CLSK has a 4-hour head and shoulders. If you can't tell, I'm found a lot more bearish plays than bullish plays this morning. CLSK, I like it for a 4-hour lower high top fish. If we could get up to $19, I like it for a top fish. GDX, I like for a potential bottom fish, looking for the weekly higher low, 4 hours oversold, and we're gapping down for a second time. Normally, I like a 3 gap down play. We'll see if bulls can find some exhaustion. I'll give it time to play out. And OKLO is the same type setup. We're looking for a weekly higher low, and on OKLO, we're even looking for a daily higher low. 4 hours approaching oversold, looking for a daily higher low. I like OKLO for a potential bear exhaustion play. XOM, Exxon, has a daily squeeze. We have a daily double top at 113.36, 113.57. Oil is bouncing, has a 4-hour squeeze. I like this one for a potential long. So GDX, OKLO, and XOM, I like long. Airbnb and CLSK, I like short. And BA, I like a play for a break in either direction. All right, Mara. This looks like a head and shoulders as well. Terrible drawing. Lord have mercy. I have my magnet on and it likes to go to the candle, so it messes up my drawing, but that has a potential daily head and shoulders as well. We're approaching yesterday's low. CGC. CGC is in a daily downtrend. Weekly inside bar. Earnings Friday, November 7th. 4 hour, we could get a higher low compared to $1.28. And then potentially EQ out. Just a very heavy, weak chart. Play weak charts in the bearish direction. When a chart shows you who they are, believe them. UEC, yeah, we have a lot of our uranium stocks that are gapping down. So we've lost daily support. A weekly higher low is more likely. 4 hour is approaching oversold. Your next support is 1205. 15-minute 12 EMA, it remains overhead. Don't forget about the free webinar tomorrow, 12 EMA Rider, Charting Man Dan, and that link is posted in chat right here. If you want to click on it, it's free. Anytime Charting Man Dan is teaching, I highly recommend that you watch it. Even if you have no interest in 12 EMA, I always learn something from Charting Man Dan. And this is who I am, Chart Gal Lori. If you want to give me a follow on X, I'd appreciate it. Let's see what the market brings us. VIX expiration today and Tesla earnings after hours. We're bouncing from the hourly 50 MA right here on ES. Potential daily bull flag. Let's see who's going to win today. The bulls are the bears. Y'all have a great day. TCG members, I'll see you in 14 minutes. Use stop losses.